So what am I saying? Repeat on you again. No, I can't say again because I don't know what order it will be.
No. Oh yeah, well, it'll be this one.
Okay. Hi, it's the Yogscast here again with Peter Molyneux. Hello, Peter.
Hello.
How are you doing there?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Yeah.
So you have a new, not game, experiment.
Yeah, game experiment. There's this new thing called Godus, and we're currently kickstarting Godus, and I'd love to have an opportunity to maybe tell you about it.
I'd love to hear about it.
We don't know much about it.
So. I know it's a lot like Populous, and that's good. That's a very good start.
Yep.
So here's the thing. I love these little worlds. I mean, whether it's a little world with little people with their own little lives in there, and I love having the power to interact with those little worlds.
To play God.
To play God. Who doesn't want to be like a God? And so what we do, we're giving you this little world, there's little people, and they all move around under their own kind of will, and we give you the power to sculpt the land. We've got this amazing landscape where you can, kind of pull up mountains and create valleys and pull down streams and dig little mines and
Can you put volcanoes there?
And then while you do that, and your little people come along and they'll start moving in and they'll start civilizing, and as they do, they give you this stuff called belief, and then with that belief you can create these amazing miracles, which are volcanoes and earthquakes and tornadoes and tidal waves. And the reason you need to do that is your poor little people are going to be they're under attack from other little people, and that's the game.
It's very similar to Populous.
It's very similar to Populous, but it's got a lot of creativity in it because it's all about you. The whole of this land is your kind of is your kind of paint box, which you can craft things in. It's a little bit of strategy in there. There's a lot of humour in there. There's a lot of, taking it easy or being very exciting. It sort of all comes together in one.
So you can reward your believers and punish the heretics, those who don't believe in you.
Yeah, and the thing I love about that, I love you being able to, seeing, having a hill with loads of these little people coming over and knowing that you have the power in your hands to totally annihilate those people. And they just could be your people because we could be playing multiplayer.
Oh,
or
so
they
it's
could
multiplayer.
It's multiplayer. All three of us could be playing on one landscape, and it could be, it could be our people, all three of our people together, which is pretty cool.
I like the idea of playing like a warring god, playing against other gods and destroying all of their believers.
Yeah.
So, do you get a choice between sort of being a benevolent god or being a sort of smiting god as well? I mean, is the idea that you can build up your people in ways that would let them defend themselves, or like passively, so people might not even think there is a god, but they're just doing really well.
Well, you see, this is where it's interesting because I've always hated in games where you have to choose your allegiance before you start the game, because how do I know what sort of game it's going to be?
You might start off thinking that you'll be really nice, but then you'll realise that you really enjoy smiting people.
Exactly, and the smiting is really enjoyable. It's temptingly enjoyable because you've got this one god power where you can, which is called the finger of God, and you can finger people, and it's literally just. You can flick them off cliffs, you can, be unbelievably cruel to your people.
And
that's very tempting.
I quite like the way this is going, the direction of this conversation.
Well,
you two are quite evil sort of gods, aren't you?
I think I naturally am an evil sort of god. But there is lovely, good, nice powers as well, which I think you would be as well.
Yeah, I'd be happy with the nice stuff. I'd look after my people, I'd give them sheep and make sure they're all not hungry and stuff, and look after
And while that's happening, we'd be building up power to totally annihilate them.
With a tidal wave.
Yeah, with a tidal wave.
Wow.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's interesting how you feel when you see all these little people dying, because although there's part of me that thinks, take that, you heathens. Another part of me thinks, oh, I've just wiped out all these little people. 'Cause they've got quite a lot of character to them.
Yeah.
But it feels good to be bad.
I think that's a human thing to feel guilt for
Do
wiping
they-
out.
Yeah.
Do they have are there like farms with like livestock? Can you crush sheep and stuff?
Oh, absolutely.
Fantastic.
No, crushing sheep. We've got this. Our sheep are like this big ball of wool with a black little face, and there is nothing more pleasurable than just nudging a sheep towards a cliff and then just flicking them off. Yeah.
Guys, there's a firestorm there raging down on a poor city.
Yes, there again. Most of the people don't have characters to them, but we have got 3 interesting characters that pop up occasionally, and one of them is called Indestructible Imogen, and she, whatever you do to her, she is utterly immortal and indestructible, but you can hurt her an awful lot. So you can throw her off a cliff, you can try and drown her, and you've got to find how to kill her off.
So she's got one weakness, and you have to find it.
You've got to find that, and you get a massive
Achilles
bonus.
heel.
You've got Achilles. Equally, you've got someone called Suicidal Sid who takes every opportunity.
Hang on, isn't that from Viz magazine?
I think it probably is from Viz magazine, but he takes every opportunity to try and find creative ways of killing himself off. So there is quite a lot of humour in there, but I love humour in games. I really do.
You have to have a bit of it, crikey.
Yeah.
Especially with all the killing going on in this one.
So there we go. We think it'll be the first version will be playable by Christmas, and we'll hope to release the first prototype.
But we're pretty happy with how it looks at the moment.
Yeah.
And I wish you the best of luck with Godus.
God, I
so
need
check
luck.
it out.
We do
On
need luck.
Kickstarter, do you?
Yeah, we need luck, and we need support.
And money.
We need money. It's true. You need money to develop games.
Thank you very much.
Not at all. Absolute pleasure.